Hi, welcome to the Accountability Experiment. These, this video series is two people, myself and my friend Aaron, holding each other accountable to reaching our goals. We've got some bigger goals for ourselves, and these are the real, raw conversations of us holding each other accountable to going after our bigger dreams and missions. And the intention of this channel is one for people to get inspiration from our conversations, and the other goal and vision for this channel is for people to listen to these conversations and say, "Man, I want to go after my goal," and then they reach out on this channel and comment, reach out to me, and we actually have a recorded conversation. We put it up on the channel of defining this person's goals, your goals maybe, and your vision, and the actions you need to take in order to reach your goals. And then we put those conversations here on YouTube for other people to be inspired by your vision and your mission and the things that you want to do in the world. And creating a community of people that are listening and watching and helping each other and reaching out to each other to actually help those dreams come true for each other. So I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you'll see Charlie in the background. He's my rubber chicken. I help empower people to not let fear hold them back and basically not be a chicken. There's a whole bigger there's a bigger, deeper, meaningful story behind Charlie and these little tiny rubber chickens that I give away. Anyways, I've given away about 1,500 and helping people, and part of my mission is to give away 10,000 of these little things. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the channel. I hope you enjoy the episodes. They're raw, they're unedited. They're just real conversations of people going after their goals and the things that come up in life. And I hope they make a difference for you. And if you got any questions, or if you want to be a part of the conversations to reach your goals, reach out and we'll see what we can do. Have a great day. All right. Welcome back, Mr. I don't know what the hell you're eating out of a can.
Well, peanut butter and an apple. Put the
living,
apple in the peanut butter. Oh, so good.
you're living large.
Moving up in the world.
Moving up. One day you'll have a spoon and you will apply the peanut butter on.
No, it'll be like prime rib piece of steak, and I'll be like dipping it into some horseradish or something.
Oh, I thought you
Which,
were gonna say peanut butter.
no, like, or right now, I have my little martini sitting here with you.
All right, let me open up the accountability check-in and we'll jump right into yours. All right. So after last week, we established some standards and procedures of what we would do and how we would do it, because we had some confusion and I had some issues on my end of staying in a framework. So we came up with those, and from going forward until we both agree, we'll have you go first. You'll check in, you'll share your stuff, then we'll move over to me. I'll check in, and then we'll complete it. We can have any other kind of things we may talk of, but we're going to try to keep it to 30 minutes and go from there. So let me pull this over here, and then I'll share my screen. Share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you able to see? Are you able to see the board?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
fairly well.
All right, so let's go. Let's jump into yours. So this is this week's coming up. Let's check in on last week's. All right. So I wonder if we can zoom in a little bit. All right, I can read that a little bit better. Okay. So you worked Monday through Friday, 8 to 10, to create a focus, and I believe, if I remember correctly, you sent me all of those notifications. Correct?
I'd have to look.
Do
I
you?
think I did.
I think
Yeah.
you did. Yeah. Uh, um,
So beginning to end trial run with CAN mediation with Brad. I believe you got that done. Anything else
Yep.
you wanted to share there?
No, I got that done with you. Thanks for following the prompts and responding. That totally helped. Caught a few things, so I'm glad we did a run through because I was
Okay,
able to
cool.
edit a few stuff.
Meet with Dagan Thursday to record the CAN Speaks. How'd that go? Or Jen Speaks?
It was good. Yeah, we ended up just doing a kind of a recap, self-evaluation on the podcast. So, but
Okay.
that showed up. We did it.
All right. Meet Tuesday with Will, 8 a.m. Prepare questions night before.
Yep.
Good to go.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a good one.
Okay. Edit, shed conversation, and publish on Spotify so men's group can hear it before Tuesday meeting. How'd that go?
We did it. Yep.
All
I
right.
don't know if anyone listened to it, but
That's
my son did.
that's out of your control. You shared it with him. You recorded it. You uploaded it.
Did my part.
All right. Start working on financials. What does that mean? How much does it cost to take to live the way I want? And what taxes do I owe or getting refunded?
That was stuff you threw in.
All right.
All
So
I all my goal is to open my finances and
what
get
do
an
you mean?
idea.
Like SMART goal. SMART goal.
Yeah, that measured. Make sure I look at my smart goals, see what I need to do, and then start a plan for it. And that's what this week's goals have that connected in there.
Okay. So, all right. Cool. Let's go jump into this week. All right. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 focus. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 to 3. So you're adding additional hours in on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yes, you caught that. Good. You're paying
I didn't know.
attention.
I didn't know if you meant just swapping those out or not. Okay.
I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad you caught it. Yeah, no, you should expect a green dot on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock to 3.
And so I
Because
should put 2 dots on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
for this week, yep.
Okay. Meeting with Will Tuesday morning, prepare and record. Start webpage edits with Nate. Call Nate and discuss landing page, cultivating. Well, instead of me just reading this, why don't you go through this? This is your stuff, like.
Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, so this week I'm doing where you were at was called Nate. He's my web designer. I'm gonna work on the landing page. Need to get these are some of the notes to remind me of what to talk to him about. I need a new website for the Knowing project or question about that. Drop down menus, a couple things on the drop down menu need to be edited. Next, make a decision on taxes. So here's the thing that I was doing my finances, called Vicky, she's a tax accountant. And then I have a group of guys that in a men's group that I'm going to seek out and some local people. I want to see if maybe there's a local tax person. So I'm going to be seeking that out. I've got to do some Venmo finances with my sons, topping into my accounting and grabbing my bills. I got a stack of bills here. So I got to make sure all my tax stuff, the documents, get everything start situated for a tax person. See, then I'm gonna create my intro and outro for the podcast, the three style of podcasts that I have. I have an interview podcast, I have the Generation Speak podcast, and then the Knowing Project. All those have kind of like different intros, so I'm gonna try and work on those. Not try, I'm gonna work on those, and
Okay.
that's it.
Any of those need to get fleshed out or thought through?
Mm, no, no. Just that was far as exchange that you knew was the Tuesday, Thursdays of adding a couple more hours. I'm realizing because I have my goal is spring launch. So I'm gonna really give a SMART goal to the spring launch. So I define what that means. Because that was my goal to be active and all and like, yep, I'm not hiding behind my business, hiding behind the Oh yeah, I'm doing a business. I'm building a business. That's not going to be used in my language anymore. It's going to be used like, yeah, I have this business, Kid Advocate Network. Here, check this out. And that's going to be launched spring equinox. So I got to make sure because there's obviously tons. It's going to keep evolving and growing, but I need to make sure I anchor what those are.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Anything in there that would be a stretch?
The tax thing, the financial thing, that's one of those ones that I try and avoid. So I put it up there right away this week to start off. Because yeah,
All
I
right, so
just
make it okay.
keep
What's it
going.
mean make a decision on taxes? What do you specifically mean?
Either I got to do with my TurboTax. I have a TurboTax program that I could buy for the next season, or after this conversation with the woman Vicky, or another lead for a tax person, pay the money to have somebody do my taxes. So
Oh,
either I got to make a decision here.
okay. So make a decision on um, if you're going to pay for them or not, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think we're both getting better at creating the SMART goals. It's something that I think a lot of people, um, it's easy to wiggle out of. Like we both know, like I'll do this and I'll have a thing. What's the thing? Oh, I don't know, but I'm gonna have it.
I hear that. Yeah, I agree.
So, okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
like that. In fact, I had to write out the SMART goal. Maybe that'd be something cool to have on your page so that everybody has that common language. Because might be
I did add in the template.
oh good.
Um,
But,
so why don't we put this? You mind if I put this in here for yours?
yeah, because yeah, like I think it's a good way to, especially for this program, like you said, so we don't wiggle around what we're getting done.
Specific, measurable. I forgot. Oh, what am I thinking? Uh, Actionable, realistic, time bound.
I think that's right. Actually, I had Chat GPT define it for me once.
Right. So, do you know how to copy these over each week? So next week when you come in, you can actually copy this. So for like some of these common ones, the Monday through Friday and maybe meet with Will or whatever, if you just hit copy here, it'll
Hmm.
copy this card so you won't have to rewrite everything each week. If it's
Okay.
a and then you can just erase whatever isn't there. Now, I like to put these in as checklists down here just for, and you can actually copy and paste everything in here and then they turn into the checklist. It's just nicer. But it's kind of a perfectionist thing. It's like, as long as you get the stuff done, it doesn't matter.
I did like the checklist because remember I'm working from my OneNote, so I just kind of like that's really my main hub.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this is your secondary. I get it.
yep.
Now, the perfectionist in me wants you to make sure and put it in a checklist so it's all uniform and perfect, blah, blah, blah. But the real things are happening, and the real thing that matters is that you're coming in here and you're checking these off. Like,
Yeah, that they're clear too. That
I
yeah,
did
like
it.
you
Yeah.
you understand them as my accountability guy.
Yep. All right. All right. So let's talk about March real quick. All right. So March real quick. Goals.
I'll go,
Spring
I'll do it so you don't have to.
Oh yeah, please, thank you. Yeah, this is
All right.
yeah.
March goals be aware of is put in parentheses the spring equinox is the 21st launch time. So that's gonna get defined. Like I just told you. But for March, I got to get my taxes and finances done. Since I've got to have the Insta and Facebook posting like the way I'm going to do it. It has a brand look to it. So
Man.
I have it mostly already figured out, and I never been a poster, so I've got to get onto posting, get used to it, especially in Instagram. So, because those are the only two media kind of things I want to do. So,
I'm
um,
gonna I'm gonna push back on the taxes and finances. Just define what that means. Not, you don't have to do it right now, but like taxes and finances done. That's pretty broad.
right on. Let's see here. Won't let me go. It won't let me go.
You don't have to change it right now. Just make a note of it.
Right.
Um, so,
Um,
all right. So finish Insta and Facebook posting.
yep. Launch post ready for the when I do it. It's because I got have my first intro description. All my first post have its description. Review entire website for proper copy, links, and content because I want to make sure people are going to it, everything's working good. So that's a quick review. Make sure that the Knowing Project flyer promotional piece is linked in that on the web page because it's not right now. A Facebook page, I gotta make sure I don't have a Facebook page yet for Kid Advocate. Gotta do that. The SMART goal for the launch spring equinox. That's got to be written out. In the podcast department, I want to have the intro and outro for the interview, Gen Speak, and the Knowing Project ready so that I can add it to episodes when I make them. I'll be interviewing, keeping the consistency going with Will on Tuesday and Dagan on Thursdays. On the transition subject, make sure I have the Knowing Project flyer done. Mediation, I'm pretty much done, all set there, so I won't have anything there. And the Knowing Project is make the flyer, so I don't really need to have this.
Okay.
I'm slowly. I'll have to tell you, I had a shift on me on the Knowing Project, it was a good shift. It was a financial shift thing, so I'll tell you more about that. But
Okay.
I think that's it. That's for the month.
Okay, cool. I think this is definitely progress for both of us to have like the month outlined and ready and to be defined and thinking ahead and moving forward. So this is good. We're not professional project managers yet, but we're working on it. That's basically what this is.
I know we're our own project managers.
Basically, dude. All right, so let me go through mine. This is last week. So Monday through Friday, I work 4 hours a day on the business. So that was good. Got the video uploaded to YouTube and created. Kind of got a little bit of a standard procedure there, and know how, like I know where to download them to, upload them to, kind of like a normal flow, So that's good. I did write the standards and procedures, and I sent those to you as well. Is there anything else you wanted to add or share about that? Otherwise, I think it's good.
Wait, I'm trying to look at. I think so. I think. Oh yeah. As far as I'm in your thing right now. What
You mean
as far as
you mean the
three?
document?
Yeah, 3 through 310, right? What your checklist that were you reading the same checklist? Discuss with Aaron, talk with Diane, and how they impact me. Basically, she's successful but really lonely.
No, that's next week. Stay focused on this week. The one on the screen right now, the one I'm sharing right now.
Yeah, I can barely see it. That's why I'm on also my thing too. That's why.
Oh yeah,
Because it's kind of small and tight.
really? I
So
got it really blown up on my end. It's like 125%. Can you see it better now?
it's again, it's because remember it shares. I could probably get rid of you. Like it keeps it little when you share a screen, it still keeps the video up a little bit to the
Oh,
side.
okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Well,
So
whatever way works for you to look at it. I'm looking at last week's first. We're going
yeah,
over.
I assumed you were. I just clicked the wrong one. That was my bad.
Okay, gotcha. Um,
Got you now. I'm tracking you.
all right. So worked every day last week, 5 days a week, 4 hours on it, and some. Got the videos uploaded. Got the standards procedures completed. Was there anything you wanted to add on the standard procedures?
No,
Okay, I'm
no,
glad we
not
went
top.
through that. I thought this is what I want to share about that. This is the growth moment, and this is what I believe is you held me accountable, and because you held me accountable, we actually created something out of that that made this better. And I had a thought, and I was like, well, this is just how like a lot of other like companies and systems run. Basically, is they figure things out, and then when they figure out a way that isn't working, they sit down and like talk about it and hash it out, and then they come up with an agreed upon procedure, and then they document that. And then, okay, this is what we're doing move forward. It's down in paper because it's outside of my brain, outside of your brain. It's right there. And now we agree on it, you know? So I think I kept it simple enough, and we're following that format right now. Okay, so got that complete. Um, got that complete as far as, you know, defining that. I did get the payment system set up and complete. I did close out my old bank account, and then I did outline the video ad and the record a second draft. Here's where the specifics and my wiggling. I didn't record me recording this, but I didn't also put down. I did record a second draft, and that was me sending the audio to you. So there's a piece of me that says, okay, I did it, and then there's a piece of me that says, no, I didn't get it completely done. It's just
Is there a reason you're not trusting that?
um, I think this is one of those things that we as humans do is we say vague things in
Yeah,
order to not fully commit to something. Um,
agreed. Well,
and so I'm
is it problematic for you to just uncheck that one then?
no, it's not. Well, it's not that it's I can uncheck it. Doesn't make the doesn't it doesn't make that thing complete yet. So send payment to Dan. Sorry, before we move to that. Um, before this gets complete, I had some other things pop up which kind of shifted some things, and we'll talk about that probably offline because it's going to take a little bit of a little bit of a longer discussion. So, made some notes. Okay, cool. Let me jump into this week's.
Really quick on that.
Yeah.
You're on your page just to go over, make sure I'm holding you accountable. Um, when you said complete payment system setup, what does that mean? If I go to if I go to Sparks Weekly right now, does that mean I can track all the way to the payment?
No, what that means is I can send you a payment. So I can send you a link, and then you can sign up for my services. That's it.
So I can pay you like with my credit card
Yes.
online.
Yep. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
It's very straightforward with Square. If you need to do that, you can get a bank account set up. Literally takes like 5 minutes. And then you can set up the rest of it. And you can even get a website with it too to run your stuff on. And I think it's all free because they're making money on your transactions, which isn't a whole lot. It's a normal standard credit card.
Normal. Right. Yeah, I think I have PayPal. I have a PayPal button on mine I use.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go through this week's. I set this in the middle of the afternoon. Today was a little bit different. I had a job interview in the morning, and I prepared for that in the morning. And then over the weekend, I found the whole job market now is shifted in the last like few years on how people are found and with their resumes. And I had to tweak my resume and create I had to tweak it. And so I spent not the majority, but I spent a good fair amount of time today working on my resume instead of the business. Um, and I'm okay with that. So the rest of the week, I've got outlined for working 4 hours a day. I'll upload the video. This I need to. I'm gonna this right now because I need to figure out.
Is your video upload? Does that mean the one that you maybe want more clarity on that one? Is that the
This
one that
one.
you're
Yeah.
oh, this one that we made? Oh, see, yeah, never mind. Okay. You there? Check, check.
Yep, I'm here.
Sorry, I'm looking at your thing right
All
now.
right. So actually I need to follow, I actually already followed up with Dan on the way home today. I will. Because he hadn't, this is my client, and he just hadn't paid yet. He was just behind on his personal emails. But he wants to get coaching, so that's good.
Cool.
So choose the funnel I want to use, research video one, and research the tripwire. What this means is research video marketing. That was really vague. And decide.
Well, so you can have your, what did you mean by funnel type? Funnel for what?
It's a marketing funnel for sales.
Okay.
Um, uh, purchase. Let's do it. Okay. So here's basically those things is research. There's multiple ways to sell things, and there's multiple ways to have a sales funnel. None of them are wrong. None of them are right. It's basically, I guess, kind of like a trial and error. And what I'm learning is that there's so many different people out there that try to teach you and how to sell online and how to get clients.
Mhm.
And there's one that's video marketing, where I'm doing like a 20-minute webinar and I'm sharing some information, and then that video becomes then kind of like an evergreen model where it's always used and always promoted. I'm running Facebook ads, or I'm running YouTube ads against it. And some people say it works really, really well because it gives good information to someone, it provides them value, and then it gets them to call and set up a meeting appointment. So you really get the person to really think about their life, whatever the thing is, and then you give them a lot of value within there, and then you lead them down the path of calling you. I'm sure you've seen one of these webinars online, and you're like, oh, okay. And then at the end of them, they're like, hey, here's the number to call us, or, for $20, you can get a free session, or whatever it is, right? The other thing is what they call it a low ticket purchase, or a tripwire in marketing, where you get a prospect to look at some information and they go, you know what, I think I want that. Like I've created some sort of PDF or download or video or course or whatever it is, and it's a low amount. It's like less than $20. And it gets the tire kickers out of the way, and it gets people who are serious about, purchasing or getting help with whatever that problem is. And so I saw one of those and I purchased one. It was only $3 for this guy's course, and he teaches how to get a lot of clients using that methodology. So there's that way to set things up. And then there's also a way where I just go talk to people and at speaking events and network and whatnot. Or there's another way, pay a firm to do the marketing for me.
Yeah.
So I started to do all this research and some of these things, and I was like, I started to really go after the low ticket purchase option. And then I started to look at the other ones, and then I was like, this is me doing things again, like not committing or overcomplicating or something. And I'm like, I need to pause. I need to focus for a minute. I need to do my research, because what I was doing was I was just going after one of them and I was getting things done and pushing it out the door. And I really want to think this through for a moment if I'm going to put a lot of time and energy into it, because it's not a small investment of time or energy to get one of these funnels created. And there's no guarantee that either one's going to work. And then on top of that, you know, there's people who say this one works all the time and it's really great. And then there's someone on the opposite side of it that says this one's the best and this one will work all the
Yeah,
time.
right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. So anyways, so I need to do research and then figure out and then commit to one of those, and then move forward from there. So I'm doing the research this week and then really figuring out what works best for me, what is the best in alignment for me and my personality, and that I'm not always behind the computer just trying to market stuff, because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm still feeling isolated and still feeling like, oh, I have all this freedom, but I got to spend time behind the computer all the time. And wow, it'd be great to go look at that, you know, like spending time in Hawaii and like, oh, I can't even go outside because I'm stuck behind the stupid computer. What the hell did I do this program for in the first place if I'm not going to be able to really get out there and, you know, be with people? Which leads me to um, uh, my other point of I had a conversation with that woman I met on the cruise, and I told her how proud I was of her, you know, becoming successful, you know, in coaching. And then she shared with me how lonely she was. Like she had become, you know, successful and getting the clients that she wanted and having some of the money that she wanted, but it's all that she's doing. And I'm like, it just hit me. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't like, it's not worth it to me. So that made
What do
me
you mean
really
by
like,
what do you mean? Help me expand what you're so
it's,
she's saying she's just stuck working all the time
yeah,
and that's
because
making her that's
she's stuck in a cycle of I've always got to be generating clients and I always got to be online. I've always got to be creating new content. And like, you know, it sucks for her. I mean, oh, woe is me that she's making decent money and like, you know, that's a byproduct, but she's not, she's, she doesn't have the personal life and the like friendships that she wants and, you know, relationships and stuff like that. So it just was really like reflected back to me of like, oh, I've done this before and I don't want it again. And I have noticed these last several weeks of me going to the coffee bar or the coffee shop in the morning, and being able to be around people and even doing like a networking event or so. That felt a lot better. And I'm like, I think I need to really consider that because I don't want to replay this again. It's not worth it. I'd rather go to a regular job and like have some people interacting and like talking and engaging with them than to say I'm quote unquote successful and just be stuck behind a computer, you know? So I don't want to be stuck behind it anymore. I want to be able to get out there and do my thing. But if I can have a system that doesn't take a lot of effort and a lot of like lifting to get done, and I know it's going to work and it's going to be repeatable and I could just maintenance it, you know, a little bit. I think that's a win as long as it gets me, you know, being able to work with people and clients and such. So that's what I came to, and it just made me pause on some of this stuff, and it's like I need to really reflect if this is how I need to really reflect how I'm moving forward inside of this, because I've walked down some of this path before and I want to make sure that the outcome is what I really want, you know, and it's not. And she was a perfect example of that. And it was like a really good moment of like, damn, I do not want that. I do not want to be doing this, you know, all by myself. So, um, I think a team needs to be a part of my plan too. I don't know what that is. You were a part of that whether you like that or not, and it's been helpful. So anyways, that's my check-in. I've got my tasks to do. Anything from your end you want to share or hold me accountable or questions?
The only thing I see is there's not a was our SMART goal. Well, I forget what letter it would be, but I would say by the that it's like you picked one. Like nowhere in there it's vague that you're gonna go ahead and pick one by the end of the week. It just says research, 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 which is great, but there's no one there that says you said it verbally, but it's not in there in context that you're gonna pick one. Or is it a sales tunnel? Making decisions on a sales tunnel? So what
Yeah, sales funnel.
funnel? Yeah, I wrote down. We'll have to explore it. I'd like to learn more too. What you end up learning and thinking, and we have
Yeah.
so that'll be a good separate conversation.
Okay, so I'll make a decision on how to market the business. Okay. By when? That's a
Nice.
smart.
That's a smart goal.
So
doing
okay,
doing your
cool.
program.
Damn it. All right.
I know. Jeez.
Anything else, man?
No, I think we got to do your month. Look at your month thing.
Oh yeah. Thank you for that. I'm a little bit tired right now. Okay. So choose marketing type, like what funnel use works, set up that funnel, test funnel. That's what I put in there. Because truly it could take some time to get all that set up. There's videos and emails and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. So that's what I got on there.
Oh, that
And
okay. That's it for Mark.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
all right.
that it sounds small, but
Right.
it's actually not small. If dependent upon the type of funnel, it could be some work. Recording videos, uploading those videos, emails, text messages. Like there's a whole slew of stuff that could be set up in there.
Okay.
It's pretty comprehensive.
Maybe you'll be able to, by the end of this week, you'll be able to update that so that you feel it's very specific, Once you
Yeah.
know the funnel you're using, you'll be able to go, oh yeah, this is a video one, so I'm going to be making a video, this month. I got to do this. And
Yeah.
then if
Now
it's
it could be less than that too, and if it's less than that, then I will add stuff in. Like this is starting to push me in the direction of like, oh, okay, we're not going to be government workers, or whatever they're doing. Sorry, government workers, but we're not going to be. I'm not going. I'll hold myself accountable. I'm not going to be someone who is like, all right, I got these done. That's all I need to do. I'll wait till April to do the next thing. Like if I get this and I'm like, okay, it was a lot of work, but I got it done in 10 days. Then I got 20 days left in the month to do something else. And we'll talk about that week and figure out what to move forward. So, that's the beauty of the system.
yeah, makes sense. Then next week's goal, we'll have the funnel name when we check in. You'll have the funnel you picked, and then you'll probably have a ton of what to do that week to make that start happen.
Yeah. So, okay. Anything else, man?
I think we're good.
All right. We'll go ahead and close it out. Have a good week, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Yep. Just you're gonna stop the recording, right?
Oh, yeah, stop the recording.